This is a fun, quick episode of the Bridgeton Beacon, not the typical format, primarily because the audio you're about to hear was previously lost. This audio is from an April conversation in 2022 with New Jersey's Secretary of Agriculture, Doug Fisher. Long before Doug was the Secretary of Agriculture for the state, he was delivering lunch from Fisher's Market to the P.J. Ritter Company in Bridgeton, New Jersey. Here's a few stories about Doug's personal involvement with that long-standing Bridgeton institution.
Doug, and talk for a minute about a neat event that happened at Fisher's Food Center with Paul Ritter. You and I were speaking about Ritter's, and why don't you describe what happened? Because I know when I was speaking with Paul, he mentioned it to me as well. So I'm going to let you tell the story.
First of all, with the Ritter family, of course, is such a huge institution in such a Bridgeton's past. And in fact, I even remember as a child, as a teenager, delivering to the meats from our store, from our meat packing plant to the workers' cafeteria. So that's how far back my relationship goes, just remembering that. And then fast forward any number of years, the Ritters, Paul Ritter mentioned to me that he was bringing back ketchup. So many people had asked for Ritter's ketchup. I mean, they were pioneers in this. They just lamented the fact that there wasn't the opportunity to buy it. So Paul went and talked to a private labor packer, and they brought it back with the Ritter label. And so we had an event at Fisher's, and Paul was there for the day, and folks would come in, and they all would. We had a huge display, and then they would come in and they would get their bottle of ketchup because they were so excited to bring back this institutional favorite that they all remembered. Either worked at the plant, or they remember buying lots of Ritter products, whether it was asparagus or some of the sauces, and particularly, of course, this world famous P.J. Ritter ketchup. And it was a fun day. And and as people came through, they would tell us their stories, about how they knew the family or how they worked there, or and it's just that sort of special thing that you just that we all savor. And that's what I found. They not only savored the flavor and the ketchup,
sure.
But they
everybody
savored
remembers
experience.
The smell of Ritter's ketchup in the summer, that's for sure. And I know when Paul Hunsberger's one of his last interviews was Paul Ritter, and there was actually an article in the New York Times about it, and he said, Paul Hunsberger said to Paul Ritter, a lot of people in the area remember that delicious aroma in the air of cooking tomatoes. And Paul said that smell was prosperity. And you're right.
Yeah.
It closed, but then so many people asked about it. They did another run, and you were the host for that event. So that's really kind of a neat story that I wanted to ask you about.
And that event included Paul Ritter III, as well as David Ritter and John Ritter, his brothers, all descendants of the P.J. Ritter Company founder and ultimately their grandfather who sold it.